Hey guys, I'm Tyler Constein,
I'm Landis Knoll.
and we are here for the Hempfield boys basketball game against Cedar Crest tonight. So Landis, what are your score predictions for this game?
Well, I predict a high-scoring game. You know, Hempfield at 1-1 and Cedar Crest at 3-0. I expect a really good performance from two really good teams.
I agree. I think Hempfield's going to squeak out a very close, good win over this undefeated Cedar Crest team, and I think they're going to win with a final score of 64-61. And get ready for here comes tip-off. We got Spencer Troyer tipping off here for Hempfield, and it looks like the ball's going to be out of bounds right away. So that's something you don't see too often in basketball. It's a right out of bounds tip-off. So now we got number 5 rebounding in, Ashton Lewis, who passes off to number 4. And then Spencer Troyer has the ball. Number 11 has it. And back to 5. Here goes Spencer passing quick. Very, very good passing here from Hempfield basketball. Now you gotta watch out for that shot clock. Oh, number 4. Oh, takes his shot. Caden Walker with the attempt, but it is unfortunately rebounded by Cedar Crest.
Good rebound by Cedar Crest.
It very definitely was. Number 3 has the ball for Cedar Crest. Number 4 for Cedar Crest takes the shot, which is Jack Warnacki, which is then rebounded by number 5 for Hempfield. Caden Walker. Oh, number 11 picks up his own rebound. Now that is also a pretty rare thing to happen in basketball. Oh, barely. Almost made that one for number 11 there.
Very defensive game so far.
Do you like how they're double coveraging the guy with the ball? Like how they've been doing these past couple drives so far?
Yeah, I do, and it's working. Like I said, a very defensive game.
I agree. It's still 0-0 and almost 2 minutes have passed here. So Hempfield's going to throw the ball in here. Number 4, Caden Walker receives the rebound and is running down. Now passes it off to number 5, who goes in and passes it back to Spencer Troyer, who throws it out of bounds. Looks like he was intending to give the pass off to Lucas Mussman. So what do you think went wrong here?
Yeah, just an unfortunate handoff that didn't go through. I don't know if they weren't on the same page or what happened there, but definitely was not in the script.
Well, looking at Spencer's gestures, it seems like that he was expecting Lucas to be a little bit further over, but it happens. Oh, a very high pass that's picked up by Lucas Mussman. Lucas Mussman with the rebound. Now he's running down. Going to hitch it over to Caden Walker. Pass it off to number 5. Back to Caden Walker. Sean Forrest with the ball. Now it's off to Ashton Lewis, who passes to Caden Walker. They are passing a lot. Do you think this is good, or do you think they should take more attempts to the basket?
Well, the passing's good, but they gotta find a play here to drive in.
I agree. Oh, Lucas Mussman with the shot, and it is a little bit off. Do you think that he just rushed that shot a bit, or do you think that it was a good shot attempt?
Well, I don't really think Hempfield has a lot of options right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the pass game's doing good, but Cedar Crest is locking it up defensively right now.
Very good passing, but can't really get a drive in.
Lucas Mussman with the drive, and Spencer Troyer with the first score. All right, that's 2 points for Spencer Troyer.
Great drive.
So what went different there? Like, do you think that it was because they didn't pass as much, or that they had a nice open lane?
Well, they were patient with it, and they were able to make the drive into the basket for a nice point.
Spencer Troyer with a good defensive stop there against Cedar Crest. Cedar Crest will be receiving the ball here because it was out on Spencer Troyer's hands, but nonetheless, a great defensive effort. Number 13 for Cedar Crest, Isaac Wolf with the shot attempt, and it looks like there is a foul.
Hempfield is doing a great job on defense with covering the perimeter right now.
I absolutely agree, but that foul might come back to haunt them because they could have had gotten the ball back right here if this foul has not occurred.
Absolutely.
Number 3 for Cedar Crest is dribbling the ball. And he takes it up and slams it in. Danny Spoons with it. Now the game's tied 2-2, and Caden Alker is running down the field, the court. And it looks like there is a travel violation on Hempfield. That is a costly mistake. Do you think Hempfield should keep up their defensive scheme right here?
Absolutely. They've only allowed 2 points. They're doing great. They're really, like I said, they're doing a really good job at covering the perimeter.
I absolutely agree. Oh! Number 11 slips and falls, but he still was able to maintain defensive capabilities here. Number 0 passes it off to number 5, who's running to the basket and loses the ball, picked up by Caden Alker.
Great defensive play.
And passed it off to Sean Forrest, which is stolen by number 3, Danny Speens, who drops it into for a basket. Now Cedar Crest has a 4-2 lead, and Hempfield takes a timeout. So what should Hempfield do differently right here?
Well, the defense is still playing good, but they got to find a way to drive. They got to find a way to get the ball in the net, essentially.
I agree. I think that they are focusing a little bit too more on giving other opportunities, that they may be missing opportunities.
It's just small mistakes like turning the ball over.
Well, it's still very, very early in the game, and there's a lot that can still happen. It's only 4-2. All right, so Hempfield will be receiving the ball out of this timeout, and Sean Forrest is going to be throwing it in here. Yeah, you got Caden Alker up here, but you also got Lucas Mussman on this side. Do you think he should do the nice short pass to Caden, or do you think he should take it a little bit deeper?
Well, I think both options could definitely benefit for Hempfield here.
We got to watch out for number 3 here. He's been having a stellar game so far. Now, he actually elects to give it to Spencer Troyer, who has the only basket for Hempfield so far. Caden Alker passes it off to Ashton Lewis, who looks like he just wants to drive it. Oh, he can't find anybody to pass to. Oh, he finds Spencer Troyer out by the logo, who passes it off to Lucas Mussman, who gives it back to Ashton Lewis. And now Caden Alker has it, back to Ashton Lewis. Mussman takes a 3 and is just off. Do you think that was a wide shot attempt there, Landis?
I think it was a good attempt, but unfortunately just couldn't connect.
I agree. I think that if he would have been able to put it in, then that would have been perfect. Meanwhile, number 23 for Cedar Crest makes the basket and makes it a 6-2 ball game. Number 5, Ashton Lewis for Hempfield has the ball. Passes it off to number 11, who is double teamed, and number 3 steals the ball, and 11 with the dunk. R.J. Young for Cedar Crest. That makes an 8-2 ball game here.
Yeah,
so
Hempfield's really got to find the basket here.
So Hempfield defensively started off very well, but now they've given up 8 straight points without answering back.
Yeah, they really got to find an answer here. They do not want to go down big early.
I 100% agree.
For 3.
And it is off. Spencer Troyer just couldn't seem to connect there. Oh, Caden Alker rips the ball out of Danny Sween's hands. Do you think that was a good defensive play, or do you think that he should have been a little bit wiser, because now with the fouls and stuff?
Well, yeah, now he created a foul. I see what he was thinking there, but now Cedar Crest is going to get the ball back off of a foul.
I 100% agree here. Number 13, Isaac Wolf looks like he's going to throw the ball in here for Cedar Crest. Gives it off to number 11, R.J. Young. Passes it back to Isaac Wolf, back to R.J. Young. R.J. Young takes the shot, and it is off. And rebounded by Caden Alker. Caden Alker hands off to Ashton Lewis, who gives it to Spencer Troyer. Ashton Lewis heavily covered. Now Lucas Mussman is still here. Do you think he should take a three or try to drive basket? Oh, and he passed it out of bounds.
Yeah, another unfortunate mistake by Hempfield. That's really what's killing their drives here.
Yeah. How do you think that could have been prevented, though? Like, do you think that they should be switching something up? It seems like that they've passed it out 2 times now.
I think their schemes are good. They're just not finishing. Just unfortunate mistakes of turnovers on the schemes that they're trying to get.
They might want to switch something up here because it seems like it's not really working too much in their favor. And there is a shooting foul on Hempfield, so that's going to send Cedar Crest to the line. Number 23 is going to be taking the foul shots for Cedar Crest. And he misses the first one. Now that's big for Hempfield here. Any missed free throw is always a good sign for the opposing team. He takes another shot and he drains this one. So he only got 1 out of 2 there for Cedar Crest. Lucas Mussman is going to inbound this ball. Looks like he wants Caden Alker, who gives it back to Lucas Mussman. And, that was a good, I guess you could say that could be almost counted as a rebound, but not really. Caden Alker drives to the basket, then passes it off. Mussman with the ball. Mussman drives. Spencer Troyer. Mussman. And it is deflected. Isaac Wolf deflects the ball, but it's out of bounds, so 10th ball. Like I said earlier, I think that they should be taking more shot attempts here. It seems like they're passing around a lot, which is great, but if they have those wide open shot attempts, then they should be taking them.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like they're just running around right now.
Spencer Troyer passes it off.
Not a lot of shot attempts from Hempfield.
Yeah, they only have taken a total of 5 shot attempts so far. Alker passes it off. Spencer Troy with the shot, but it is blocked by Cedar Crest. Number 1 for Cedar Crest gets the score.
Makes it 11-2 ball game for Cedar Crest.
Not the start Hempfield was definitely hoping for, but there's still plenty of ball left to play. Number 5, Ashton Lewis, drain! That is a 2 points for Ashton Lewis. Makes it a 11-4 ball game. Oh, Spencer Troyer with the block. What a block.
That was a great defensive play.
That block is something that Hempfield definitely needed. That boosts momentum as a team for sure.
Hempfield has to capitalize on the momentum here.
Absolutely.
With 10 seconds remaining.
If they can get some points before the end of this quarter, then that'd be huge.
Foul.
Yep, that is going to be a foul on Cedar Crest. No, foul on Cedar Crest. Caden Alker is going to throw the ball in here. Caden Alker inbounds it to Ashton Lewis, who takes the shot and it is blocked by number 11, who takes a desperation shot and almost drains it, but you miss it. Okay, so this is the end of the first quarter, and the score is 11-4 Cedar Crest. What do you think Hempfield should change in order to capitalize on this next quarter?
Well, it's really just about, they're playing good defense. 11 points in the first quarter, allowing defensively is pretty good. They're playing good defense, but they got to capitalize on finishing. It looks like they're just passing around when they're on the other side of the court trying to score. They need to capitalize on driving.
I agree. They've turned the ball over 5 times so far in this first quarter alone. So they've got to limit the turnovers and start trying to score a little bit more. And even if that means passing the ball a little bit less, sometimes in basketball you do got to be a little bit selfish at times if you can be.
I think they need to take more three-point shot attempts.
I also agree with that because it seems like they have the talent behind there to make the shots. But it seems like that they are just getting contested at points, so then they just throw the ball.
Absolutely.
And then that just causes a domino effect almost.
Here we go with the start of the second quarter.
Looks like a change in some players for Cedar Crest here. Number 33 and number 0 have entered the court for Cedar Crest.
Hempfield also makes some adjustments on their lineup.
Yes, they do. Looks like number 23 has entered. Caden Alker starts with the ball here to start the second quarter. Alker passed it off to Ashton Lewis, who is looking for somebody to pass to. Now he passed it off to number 14, who passes it to Spencer Troyer. Alker. Oh, this is some hardcore basketball here, and it goes through, Ashton throws it through the legs, and it looks like a travel on Hempfield.
Another unfortunate turnover.
Exactly, those are the turnovers that have to be limited, but in that situation there, it's something that couldn't really be changed there because he slipped and fell. Nothing really you could do about that. Number 0 for Cedar Crest passes it off. Number 0 wants to take the shot, but is contested. 13 takes the shot instead and misses it, but it's rebounded by number 3. And there is a foul on Hempfield. Number 14 with his first foul of the night. Isaac Wolf is going to inbound the ball for Cedar Crest. Gives it to number 33. Number 3 has some impressive dribbling skills here. Back to 3, takes a 3-pointer, and barely misses. And 4 tries attempts here. They're just giving them extra attempts here. And he eventually makes a 3. RJ Young, Isaac Wolf with a 3. So that was 5 times that Hempfield could have rebounded that they didn't. So is that something else that they may need to look into improving the rebound game?
Yeah, that's an opportunity you got to capitalize on, and unfortunately for Hempfield, Cedar Crest was able to capitalize on that with a 3-pointer made.
Yep, 100%. Caden Alker looks to inbound this ball here. Gives it to Ashton Lewis, who passes it off to Spencer Troyer. And number 14 with the basket as Jazen Gant with this point.
Cedar Crest looking to score here on this drive.
And it is out. That's out of bounds on Cedar Crest. I believe this should be Hempfield's ball. Nope, they're giving it to Cedar Crest, so apparently it's out of bounds on Hempfield. That would have been a big opportunity if I would have been out on Cedar Crest. And number 3 gets the ball, pass off number 11. And 0 takes the shot and misses.
Rebounded.
That's rebounded by Gant. Gant's dribbling. Gant passes to Alker, who makes a spectacular catch. He passes off to Troyer. Back to Gant.
Great
now
passing.
Lewis, 3! What a shot for Ashton Lewis.
Well, Hempfield has got to keep going on this momentum run they have right now.
Absolutely. That's 5 points in the game for Lewis so far. .23 gives it to number 3. And number 3 with another basket. Number 3 has been capitalizing so far on Hempfield's defense. So how do you think they can contain number 3 here?
I don't know, other than just they got to contain him. He's been the leading scorer for Cedar Crest right now, and Hempfield doesn't have an answer to stop him.
I agree, and he's not looking to shoot from the perimeter, so they got to make sure that they can stop his jumper.
No, he's making great drives.
Absolutely. Caden Alker has the ball now and gives it to Lewis.
Back out to Troyer.
Lewis with the shot, and Lewis with the basket.
Hempfield has now cut this lead down to 5 points.
Yep, that's how you do it though. Now it's 7 points for Lewis right now.
This offense is starting to roll for Hempfield. Defense has just got to keep playing well.
Now here's number 3, and he decides to take the 3, and he misses. So he's 0 for 2 from the 3-point line, but he is 4 for 4 from the 2-point range. Troyer's looking around.
Great
Troyer
pass.
passes off and passes back.
To Lewis for 3.
Oh! Troyer open for the rebound. So why wouldn't Troyer go for that basket there? I mean, he had the open lane.
I don't know, but the 3-point attempt was a good attempt at least.
Yes, it was, and that is a great defensive play by Hempfield, which gives them the ball back. Bang! Jason Gant with the point.
He's heating up on offense.
Yes, he is. That's 5 points for him right now, and that's his first 3 of the night.
Hempfield has cut this lead down to 2 in the span of 2 minutes.
They have made Cedar Crest go for over 3 minutes now without scoring a single point.
If Hempfield can keep this momentum going, they can start running away with this.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be great before halftime to do so.
3 minutes remaining.
And it looks like they're going to get Gant on the foul there. That's his second foul. It's like Austin's going to inbound it here.
I will say for Hempfield, what they're doing really good on defense, and I think what's been the game that's keeping the game close is they're really covering the perimeter on the threes. I think they've only allowed 3 or 4 3-point attempts
Absolutely.
for Cedar Crest, and it's working.
Absolutely, and what we just saw here is a prime example of that. They knocked the ball out.
And Hempfield's starting to capitalize on the drives that Cedar Crest is going. Like you said, they haven't scored in a little over 3 minutes.
Agreed. They have found their rhythm, and now they are just grooving. They're cruising right now, and Cedar Crest just can't find a way to answer.
Hempfield's got to capitalize and take the lead.
And another amazing defensive stop by Hempfield. Ashton Lewis has the ball, and now they have a chance to tie the game up or even possibly take the lead.
Yeah, a 3-point would take the lead here.
And who else better than would be Ashton Lewis? Looks like Lewis wants to take the shot, but he's heavily contested right now by Cedar Crest, number 4. But Walker has the range, and he passes
Great pass
it
out.
off. Looks like Troyer wants it, and Troyer is going to get it.
Tied up here.
Troyer, that's his 4th point, and that ties the ball game up. So they were down by 8 points earlier. And now look at this. It's a tie ball game. It's amazing how basketball works. Number 23 for Cedar Crest.
Takes the lead back.
Hempfield left their guard down. They didn't cover back there.
That is one few attempts that Cedar Crest has been able to capitalize on the 3.
Yep.
And unfortunately for Hempfield, that's one you just don't want to let up right now.
Absolutely. That's only Cedar Crest's second made 3 of the night. Lucas Mussman with the ball. Now Caden Walker has it. And it looks like...
Foul on Cedar Crest.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. So Walker's going to inbound the ball here.
Minute 20 remaining in this half. Hempfield would love to tie it up here.
Oh, absolutely.
You would even be okay going into halftime a little bit down, especially being down 8 points earlier.
Yeah. They were down by quite a significant margin going into this quarter, and now they've cut that lead down. And Spencer Troyer takes an attempt, but it's just barely off.
An unfortunate miss for Troyer.
Absolutely.
About 1 minute remaining.
Walker, Garden. And number 23, who made the 3 earlier, passes it out of bounds. And it's going to be Hempfield's ball. That was an amazing defensive stop by Hempfield there. That's just what they needed.
Yeah, their defense has been continuing to play good. They've let up only 3 points in the last 4 minutes now.
Oh, yeah. And now it looks like Spencer Troyer is going to take the ball and gives it to Caden Walker. Now Walker passes it off. And barely missed, but a very, very close shot by Lucas Mussman.
.30 seconds remain in the half.
23 looks like he wants the shot. But 23 has to capitalize here. And 23. Number 4 is double covered. Number 11 drains the 3 for Cedar Crest. That is not the way that Hempfield wanted to end this half.
That kills for Hempfield. Under 10 seconds and they make the 3.
Well, it looks like there's a foul on number 4 for Cedar Crest.
Yeah, an unfortunate event for Hempfield there. Under 10 seconds, and they let Cedar Crest sink that 3, which now puts them at 22-16 over Hempfield with 3 seconds right before half.
100%. They were tied 16-16 with about a minute left, and now it's 22-16. So Hempfield coming back from the half needs to capitalize and go on a good scoring run.
Yeah, their defense has been great, but their defense.
And Walker did not get the ball out in time, so now that's going to be Cedar Crest's ball. That is an unfortunate way to end this half for Hempfield.
That's a very poor penalty for Hempfield. You would have liked to maybe try to get a 3-point attempt off and get it 19-22 down 3.5, but just an unfortunate mistake by Hempfield.
Absolutely. Now Cedar Crest will get the chance to go up by possibly even more. Number 3 is going to take the final shot for Hempfield, and he drains it. Now that is killer for Hempfield. That is something that you just never want to see.
No, buzzer beater right before half, sink a 3, Hempfield's down.
Now imagine if they get that ball out quicker with those 3 seconds left throwing it inbound, then that never happens, but it happens. It's a game of basketball.
It goes back to that costly penalty of Hempfield not being able to play it in on time and giving Cedar Crest that chance, and Cedar Crest was able to capitalize for that 3, making Hempfield go down 25-16 at half.
100%. I have one question for you before we go to the half. So what do you think Hempfield should most improve on coming back from this half for the second half of basketball?
Well, I would take more 3-pointers. You know, on the 3-pointers that they've been able to get off, they've been doing pretty good. I think they've been shooting about 50% or more. So they need to really just take more shots for 3.
I agree, and I think that they should maybe pass a little bit less aggressively because it seems like that they are trying a little bit to overpass, and that's causing some issues.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Thank you. All right, welcome back. So we got about 30 seconds until halftime, and Hempfield needs to just capitalize and get some points going here. Some momentum would be amazing, and they just got to stop Cedar Crest's defense. So what do you think that they should do here? Yeah,
I think they just got to take more 3s, and you know, the passing game's good, but I think they're doing a little too much passing. You know, like I said, take the 3s. You know, if you're open, try it. You know, they were starting to sink some 3s at the end. Hempfield had great momentum until the last minute of the game, and they just got killed with momentum by Cedar Crest at the end.
I agree. Cedar Crest scored 6 points in a total of 8 seconds to end out that half.
Yeah, you do not want that for Hempfield.
Absolutely not. But Hempfield has a great chance here to have an amazing second half and potentially even win this game. Going to start out here, number 13 for Cedar Crest. Pass off number 4. Which then, it looks like that is going to be a foul on Spencer Troyer. That is his first foul of the game. 13 for Cedar Crest, passes it. Back to number 0. Ashton Lewis defending, and that is a good defensive stop here for Hempfield.
Good start for Hempfield, that's what you want.
Absolutely. Lucas Mussman with the ball. Walker passes it to Ashton Lewis. Ashton Lewis gives it off. Walker with the ball. Back to Lewis. Back to Mussman. Oh, almost a defensive rebound. Almost a defensive steal. Walker
goes for the drive.
Oh, and it is stolen by Cedar Crest, and Spencer Troyer got a hand on it.
Oh, multiple hands there.
Yes, Ashton Lewis got a hand on it there, which landed right into Kaden Alker's hands. Now Spencer Troyer and Lucas Mussman with the basket.
Great drive there for Hempfield.
That is Mussman's first basket of the game, and that makes it a 25-18 ball game. Number 13 for Cedar Crest. And number 11 drives it, and he misses
Great block.
it. Now Spencer Troyer with the ball. And now Cedar Crest has gone 0 for 2 to open up this half, while Hempfield is 1 for 1.
Yeah, Hempfield is still producing great defense against Cedar Crest here. That's what you want. Got to get the offense rolling and keep them hot.
Absolutely. Now they are doing a bunch of switching around here, giving the ball and
Travel
on Kaden Alker. That is his second travel violation tonight.
An unfortunate mistake again. The costly turnovers is what's really hurting Hempfield here.
Absolutely. Some of these turnovers can be avoided, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, you don't really think about those type of things. Number 0 for Cedar Crest. Pass it off to number 3, who gives it to 4. .33 is
Great
blocked
block
by Spencer Troyer. Spencer Troyer is having a phenomenal defensive game right now. And it looks like there is a timeout called by Cedar Crest. So, in this timeout, what do you think that Coach Wallach is saying right now?
Well, I think he's saying great defense, but let's stop the turnovers.
I 100% agree, and especially some of those violations too that are really affecting Hempfield right now.
Yeah, it's been turnovers and unfortunate mistakes by Hempfield that's really costing them the game right now. Their defense is playing great, but the turnovers and the penalties that they're producing is really setting them back right now.
Hempfield has held Cedar Crest to 0 points so far in this half, and we are 2.5 minutes in. So if they can keep up that streak, then they should be in good business going into the fourth quarter.
Stop the penalties and turnovers and get the offense hot. That's how Hempfield can win this game.
100%. It looks like Ashton Lewis will be throwing the ball in here. Ashton Lewis to Kaden Alker. Alker back to Lewis, who gives it to Mussman. Spencer Troyer looks like he wants some more points, and he passes off to Ashton Lewis, who, just misses.
An unfortunate miss.
That would have been huge. That would have made it a 25-21 ball game here. And again, a turnover for Cedar Crest.
It's going to be a reaching foul, I believe.
Yes, it will on Cedar Crest, so that means Hempfield's going to get the ball back here. Reaching fouls are one of those fouls that sometimes they just happen and you don't even try, and it's something that you don't even notice is happening.
Yep.
Because you're trying to swipe for that basketball, but you might accidentally hit their hand, and there's a reaching foul. Mussman with the ball. Gives it off to Alker. Spencer Troyer. Back to Troyer. Troyer's got a wide open 3. But it looks like he doesn't want to take it. So he elects to give it to Mussman. Blocking number 3, which is a wise move. Ashton Lewis is driving, and Ashton Lewis gets the points. That's Lewis's 9th point of this game, and it makes it a 5-point ball game here.
Yeah, Hempfield's cutting into that lead for Cedar Crest.
Number 3, who's been having a good game so far, has the ball. Looks like he's driving, and there's going to be a shooting foul in Hempfield, which is unfortunate. But Cedar Crest is only 1 for 2 on the line today.
Hempfield has not let up any points in this second half here, but we'll see after these shooting foul attempts.
Absolutely. Number 3, Danny Speens here is taking the free throws.
What I'll give Cedar Crest a lot of credit for is they're really protecting the perimeter. They're not allowing a lot of three-point attempts for Hempfield. And that's what's really killing Hempfield too, along with the penalties and the turnovers. Cedar Crest is doing a great job at preventing those three-point attempts.
100%. It seems like that some of these shots that Hempfield feels like they want to take from the 3, they second guess because of how well Cedar Crest's defense is on the three-point game.
This is a very defensive game. Both these teams have really, really, really good defenses that are going head-to-head right now, and it's showing 26-20 in the third quarter with 4 minutes left.
Absolutely. This is a very low-scoring game for basketball. Spencer Troyer's running, and Troyer's still with the ball, and he decides to give it to Lewis. Lewis passes it off to Lucas.
He loses the ball, but Ben Troyer is able to get it back.
Yep, Troyer has the ball now. Shot clock might come into effect here, and it is just a miss for Hempfield here, but there's still plenty of time here. So that was one of Hempfield's first misses of this half.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, you know, Hempfield's playing great defense, so is Cedar Crest, but Hempfield's only allowed 2 points in this half. They got to capitalize on the offense here.
100%.
3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And Cedar Crest still did not score
Another.
there. Lucas Mussman just gets, that's a foul. So number 5, Ashton Lewis is going to inbound this. Gives it to Spencer Troyer, who passes off to Caden Alker. Alker back with Alker. Now I think Alker might want to take a shot here if he can get out of this defensive scheme. Spencer. Oh.
3-point.
Oh, just in and out. Those are the ones that you just hate to see. And as a player, I bet you just hate to have those in and out. It looks like they're going in, but then they roll out.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it perfectly, Tyler.
Number 23 fakes the shot, passes it instead, and it is out. They're calling it out on Hempfield, so Cedar Crest will throw the ball in. Student section got some chance in. Number 23 driving, and he passes back to number 11, who's now driving, who takes the shot, and he is well off. But it looks like they are going to call a shooting foul on Hempfield. So that brings number 11, RJ Young, to the line. That was Spencer Troyer's third foul of the night, so he's got to be careful now. He's 2 more fouls, and then he is ejected from the game.
Yeah, fouled out.
RJ Young sinks the first one and makes it an 8-point ball game. And in and out. So Hempfield catches a break here. Now Caden Alker passes it off to Spencer Troyer. Troyer to Mussman. Mussman to Alker.
Dr. Troyer. Troyer loses it.
But Troyer picks it back up. Now he gives it to Ashton. And Mussman takes the shot, and he misses. Out on Hempfield. Lucas bounced off Lucas Mussman, so Cedar Crest is going to get the ball back. Do you think Hempfield is potentially in their heads right now, hence why the scoring drought?
I don't really know. I couldn't tell you. They just, offense, they cannot produce offense right now. Their defense continues to stay hot, yet they have let up, now I say that. But, you know, they've let up some fouls, but they've been doing pretty good on defense.
I 100% agree. And with that being said, Cedar Crest just scored 2 points, so it makes it a 10-point ball game. And Cedar Crest just knocked the ball out of bounds, so Hempfield's going to get the ball here. But they need to score here before the end of the
minute
quarter.
16, when was the last time they scored? It's been the early.
Yeah, it's been since the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, Hempfield has got to start producing offense. It's been slow all night. They did have that little hot streak right before halftime, but ever since then, they have just not been able to consistently have a hot offense on the field right now.
100%. Like they'd be scoring, but then they'd go these long streaks without. But their defense has been pretty consistent so far, and it's been doing fairly well because only letting up 30 points in 3/4 of a game is very, very impressive, honestly, to say in the sport of basketball.
Absolutely, and as we were talking, Ben Troyer is actually going to go to the bench.
Oh, they benched Spencer Troyer. Yes, they did. So then that means they brought in number 12 and number 14 are both in. So Xavier Perez and Jazon Gant are both in now. Alker amazingly got the ball back there. Gant with the ball, passes it off to Alker.
A minute, less than a
Lewis,
minute.
and there is a reach-in foul.
42 seconds remaining. Hempfield would love to get some points on the board right before the end of the third.
It seems like that they're taking an awfully long time to get a shot off, and that is not going to really help them here, especially coming later in the game. They're going to need to speed things up here if they want a chance to come back.
Absolutely. We got to give Cedar Crest defense a lot of credit right now. They have allowed, I believe, 4 points in this third quarter.
Yeah.
Their defense has been playing lights out this whole game, not just in this third quarter, the whole game.
Exactly what it is, 4 points in the third quarter, and Cedar Crest's defense is making Hempfield's offense work. But the same is going for the other side. Like, Hempfield's making Cedar Crest work for these points.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really well.
Cedar Crest isn't just throwing threes and laying in buckets. They're making them work for it.
Yep, they're making smart plays. Now Hempfield's Gant here has the ball, making some moves on him.
Great pass.
Now number Alker, back to Gant. Gant runs, Gant with the basket, and one.
So that'll put 2 points on the board for Hempfield and a shooting foul.
Absolutely, so now they have a chance to turn this 2-pointer into a 3-pointer.
With 4 seconds left, this is big for Hempfield here. You really want to make these here to cut the lead in going into the fourth quarter.
If he makes this, then it is a 7-point deficit for Hempfield, which is there's plenty of time to come back. And he misses it, but Hempfield,
They'll go out of bounds with 1.9 seconds.
Out on Hempfield's number 12, Xavier Perez. So Cedar Crest will be getting the ball here. With 1 second left in the third, Cedar Crest is just going to have to take a shot for the basket. And Hempfield can take the shot for the basket. And it is off. Caden Alker with the shot, but it unfortunately does not hit.
Hempfield is going down 30-22 going into the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can rally in the last quarter of the game.
So there's 8 minutes left in this ball game, and Coach Wallach is over there with his players. So what do you think he is saying to his players right now to get them motivated and get them ready for this final quarter of basketball and hopefully get the win for Hempfield?
Well, they're like we've been praising them all game. They're playing great defense, but they really got to start capitalizing on offense. Obviously you got the 2 points right before halftime, but they got to start getting on a hot streak for offense. Their defense has been very, very good this whole game, but they just got to find something to do on offense. Make some threes, get some buckets in. They got to find something to do to get the ball rolling here in the final quarter of the game.
I 100% agree. Their defense has been very good, but their offense needs to get some more fire into them. They got to go out there, and I think they need to spend a little bit more time trying to drive to the basket instead of passing around. It seems like they're passing around the perimeter a lot. So if they could drive down to the basket, then I think they'll have a better shot at scoring more and most likely being able to come back and win this game.
Yeah, I totally agree, but we also got to give Cedar Crest a lot of credit here because they've been really just not allowing any points. They're not allowing any drives or three-point attempts for Hempfield, and that's been what's keeping them up in the lead for Cedar Crest.
100%. So Cedar Crest has the ball here to start the fourth quarter. And Hempfield is playing more of a passive defense here. They're trying to stop them from getting towards the basket because, as they saw earlier, Cedar Crest does not have the greatest three-point shooting team. And with that being said, Cedar Crest steps out of bounds. Number 1 on Cedar Crest steps out of bounds, and this gives Hempfield the ball back. Gant is going to throw the ball in here. And Spencer Troyer is still on the bench. So why do you think he's not in right now?
Well, I'm sure he's gassed. He's been running up and down the court the whole game. He's been great contributing, passing, and, trying to make buckets for Hempfield.
I 100% agree. He has 4 points so far, but he's also been the leader in steals, blocks, and rebounds.
Yeah, they're just trying to put some fresh legs on the court so Ben Troyer can get a rest and maybe come back into this game.
Ashton Lewis has the ball, passes back to Auker. Lucas Musmans also has been benched to start this quarter. So do you think that they're resting these guys so that later in the fourth quarter that they can have a shot at having all their starters out there so that they can make some quick plays?
Well, I'm sure, if Hempfield can really cut into this lead or even take the lead, I'm sure they're going to want to put their best out there, to either come back or even just maintain the lead.
100%, I agree. Now, Auker is going to be throwing the ball in here. Gives it to Lewis, who he's passed to quite a bit now.
Air ball.
Yep. And
rebounded by Cedar Crest.
Number 13. Now, that's just something that, that's something that Hempfield definitely does not want to see.
No, it's
especially
just,
at this point in the game.
It all goes back to the turnovers and costly penalties that Hempfield has been committing all game that has not been able to get this offense rolling.
100%. And Cedar Crest with the basket. So this makes it a 10-point game with only 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Hempfield's going to need to get something rolling.
It's now or never for Hempfield. 6 minutes is a lot of time, but they got to get something rolling at least.
100%. And it looks like Auker here. See, they are passing a lot.
Well, I don't think they can find anything open. That's why,
Yeah, you're
Cedar
right.
Crest has just been on lockdown. They can't find anything. Hempfield cannot find an open seam.
You're 100% right. Looking at this court here, they are covering every aspect of this area here, and Hempfield just can't seem to get a guy open or even a lane open to drive the ball.
They can't even drive.
Number 23 with the three.
As we say that they
is
sink a
amazing.
three.
Take Guthrie with the three-pointer, and that makes it a 7-point ball game.
Almost halfway through this quarter. That's a great three to start off. Maybe a hot streak for Hempfield. They just got to keep capitalizing on that.
That three was huge for Tate.
And they're going to rebound.
Troyer with the ball. Troyer is back in. Troyer's back in, so they bring Troyer back in. Now, I assume they're going to definitely want to utilize him here.
Oh, absolutely. Like we said, he's been a key factor.
And look at that. He's already stolen the ball.
And he just played a key part of Hempfield getting that possession back.
Absolutely. That was remarkable. And it's off number 3's hands. Now that's just unfortunate. That's something that is sometimes just something that just happens. Like it's not something you can really control most of the time. RJ Young with the points, and now it's a 9-point game. Only about 5 minutes left.
Give him to Troyer.
Troyer gives to Lewis, who takes a quick shot, and just a little bit short on his shot. RJ Young with the basket. Now that makes it an 11-point game. This is Hempfield's biggest deficit so far of the game, and this is not the greatest spot to have it.
They're going down, and they're going down late. This is not what you want for Hempfield. They're going to call a timeout.
Yep, Coach Walla calls a timeout here, and he looks a little bit upset, and understandably, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Cedar Crest just went on a great hot streak there of putting up points. Really caught Hempfield's defense slacking. It's what you don't want for Hempfield, especially with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
But I mean, honestly, Hempfield has quite a few bright spots here, and this game shows it. Like, their defense has been extraordinary all game long.
Yeah, these are two really good matched teams that are going head-to-head, and it's been a great defensive game for both. Fortunately for Cedar Crest, they've just had the edge in offense. They've been able to stay hot. They've had periods of where they've been able to score and keep it going. And unfortunately for Hempfield has just not been able to do that.
Yeah, and Hempfield's offense actually is not looking too bad right now. Because if you look at the score sheets and the stats, they have many bright spots on that team, including bright spots in the three-point shooting and in rebounding, and also shooting from under the basket. But the thing is, Cedar Crest's defense has been so locked down this game that they just haven't been able to capitalize on any of that, and that it's just been making them perform a little bit under than what they usually do.
Yeah, it's also Cedar Crest just has not turned the ball over as much, and they haven't committed as much penalties, which you can see has really contributed to the deficit that Hempfield is in. They haven't been able to keep the ball cleanly, and they've just been turning it over.
100%. So they got 4 minutes here to try and make some of the work, and scoring 11 points in 4 minutes is definitely doable in this sport.
Yeah, 4 minutes is a lot of time.
Gant takes the shot, and it's in.
Great way to start.
Absolutely. Even you don't need a 3 at any point here. 2s would work perfectly fine, because look, now it's a 9-point game.
Just like that, we went from a double-digit lead to a one-digit lead.
Single digit, yep. And rebound. Troyer got his hands on it, and Ashton Lewis with the rebound. That's huge. And got a wide open guy. Troyer. Dang! Ashton Lewis with some more points.
6-point game. Hempfield offense is starting to roll.
Absolutely. Now, they are 4 2s away or 2 3s away from a comeback, and now is an 8-point ball game.
Timeout for Cedar Crest.
Cedar Crest wants to talk some things over, but Hempfield also could probably talk some things over too, because now this game has changed a lot in the past 60 seconds here.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
have a lot more opportunities to come back and potentially score. It's only 8 points.
Yeah, Hempfield has just got to stay hot on defense, and they've got to keep scoring on offense. You know, that's 5 points in the last 30 seconds. They got to keep that up. If they can keep that up and keep continuing to play hot defense, it's winnable.
100%. There's plenty of things that they can do here, but regardless of what happens here, for their next game, they definitely probably want to try to figure out ways to get past defenders if they are covering as well as the Cedar Crest defense has been covering.
Yeah, absolutely. They're obviously going to need to fix a few things, but overall, I think this was a good performance.
Absolutely. It's very early in the season, and there is plenty of time for a basketball team, especially a basketball team as good as Hempfield's, to turn it around and go on a huge winning streak later in the season. I can absolutely see it.
We also got to give credit to Cedar Crest here. They're 3-0, and they look like a really good team.
They do. They got some very good playmakers out there, and props to them for that.
They're overall good team, defensively and offensively. They can make big plays and they can stop big plays.
100%. Now Alker has the ball. Pass it off to Lewis.
3 minutes. 3 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
Hempfield's going to need to make some quick shots here.
Now we go under 3 minutes.
Oh, what a
great drive by Hempfield.
That was amazing for number 23, Tate U3. He's got 5 points now in this game.
Hempfield's offense is rolling.
Absolutely. It's a 6-point ball game again. Now this defense just got to be able to stop them a few more times here, and they will be rolling. And that is
travel.
Oh, it's a travel. That is huge.
So Hempfield is going to get the ball back.
Hempfield is going to get the ball back, and remember, they're only down 6. They can make this a 1-possession game, potentially, with a 3.
You're right, Tyler. A 3-point would be huge for Hempfield. Even if you can't get the 3-point here, you'll take the 2
yes.
and cut this into a 4-point game.
That would be also very big, because then you're only 2 2s away from tying this game up. This game is not over yet.
2.5 minutes is still a lot of time for Hempfield.
Tate with the ball. He's been making some plays lately. Lewis has also been making plays. He has the ball. Over to Troyer. And it is a bounce pass out of bounds.
Another unfortunate turnover for Hempfield that really kills.
They definitely did not want to see happen, but
no.
It's just the way of the game sometimes.
Not with 2 minutes remaining. That kills for Hempfield.
Absolutely. Now they got to make a defensive stop here, and quick.
When do you think Hempfield should start, if they can't get the lead back soon? Fouling. When do you think they should?
Once they hit under the 130 mark, if they still are down by this much, then they should start to consider fouling. But if they can make some defensive plays without giving up too much time, they're actually under the minute mark, then that's when they should start.
They got to worry about clock here.
Yep, but Troyer, and that's a shooting foul. Okay, so Troyer is going to get 2 shots here from the line.
If they make these 2, it'll cut it down to a 4-point deficit for Hempfield.
Which would be extraordinary for them because that would make this game just in reach for them to grab.
Absolutely.
Troyer takes the first shot, and it is in and out. Now that's unfortunate because now the best that happens, it's going to be a 5-point game, which means you need a 3 in there if you want to only score in 2 possessions.
You're going to need a 3 and a 2-pointer just to tie it.
Yep.
2 3-pointers though.
And he
put him
misses
back in
the
this.
second one. So he went 0 for 2 in there, which is something that he definitely did not want to happen going into that.
No, absolutely. That kills for Hempfield.
And that is well out of bounds. That goes into the stands.
Hempfield's catching a lot of breaks right now. They got to capitalize on
They
this.
definitely are.
Cedar Crest is turning the ball over a lot right now.
Cedar Crest has turned the ball over 3 times in the past minute and 30 seconds.
And another timeout called.
Coach Wallach is probably scheming and trying to get a good offensive and defensive plan here.
Yeah, you know.
So that Hempfield can grab the win.
Under a minute 30, you know, he's going deep in the playbook trying to find some schemes that'll work out.
100%. So with 1 minute and 26 seconds here, Hempfield is going to be getting the ball, and they're going to want to make some quick plays here for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Time is precious now. They got to capitalize.
100%. And Walker falls, and that is going to be a travel, which is very unfortunate for Hempfield here. Looks like Cedar Crest is just trying to waste time here, so I would almost consider starting to foul soon.
Yeah, definitely.
And he passes it out of bounds. Hempfield caught yet another break from Cedar Crest, which, if they can capitalize here and even get a 3 or a 2,
Make it a
would be
3-point
huge.
game.
Yeah, 100%. Lewis with the ball. Troyer on the outside, right by the perimeter. Passes to Lewis. Troyer wide open, and that is 2 for Troyer. 6 points for him, and that's a 4-point ball game, but Hempfield's got to be quick.
Timeout, Cedar Crest.
Why do you think Cedar Crest is taking timeout here? I mean,
Well,
getting drowned. Great.
Well, I'm sure Cedar Crest coach is now saying, watch out for the foul. It's time to kill clock. We got control of this with under 45 seconds remaining. They're up 4. They're in control of this game. Don't turn the ball over.
100%, and they probably want to watch out for those unfortunate, unfortunate turnovers that they have been creating this quarter so far.
Yeah, in the last 2 minutes, you've seen Cedar Crest turning the ball over, with just not on the same page with passing. The balls went out of bounds. Some fouls, travels, all that.
100%, and Hempfield actually has not been turning over the ball nearly as much this quarter, which is definitely another bright spot there for them.
Yeah, definitely. They've been keeping a clean game within the final 2 minutes, but it's all about can they rally and take the lead or even tie it up here with the last 45 seconds.
I agree. Coach Wallach is probably writing up a play right now, a unique play something that you only probably use within under a minute left and you're down. And hopefully Hempfield can execute and do this perfectly, and we can see an amazing comeback victory. And that is not what Hempfield wanted to happen there, but the game's still not over. Gant with the point. That is 13 points for Gant.
Cut it down back to a 4-point lead.
Now Gant has 13 points. He is leading the team in points right now.
And another timeout. You're going to see a lot of timeouts here now.
Absolutely. They say that the last 2 minutes of a basketball game is always the longest part of the game.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Okay, it's a 4-point game, and Hempfield is definitely wanting to make something happen here.
Absolutely.
It's all or nothing.
Down 4 with under 30 seconds. They got to rally here.
Cedar Crest will have the ball. So do you think they should foul?
I mean, you almost have to.
Yeah, I agree, because shot clock is only 30 seconds, and they only got 29 on the thing here. And it's out on Cedar Crest. It's Hempfield's ball.
Huge play for Hempfield.
That is something. That's the break that Hempfield needed.
Absolutely.
Now they have the chance to make this a one-possession game. Not only one-possession game, but they can make it a one-possession game where they can take the lead.
No matter what they hit, if they can get it in the basket here, it'll become a 1 point. A one basket.
Or 2 point game.
Yeah.
Ashton Lewis looking to make something happen.
Do not want to turn it over here.
Gant! Off the basket. That's probably crushing. But still, Cedar Crest is not done spectacular from the free throw line tonight. And now they're going to be put to the test. Regardless what happens here, it's still going to be a 2-possession game. They got a foul. And, Gant, Troyer got a hand on it, gave it to Gant. Now Lewis wide open. Oh, just missed. 4 seconds left. Cedar Crest fouls Hempfield. Now, Lewis is going to the line. Oh, wait, no, nobody going to the line. Walker's going to throw it in. Troyer 3, and it is off. Looks like there may have been a foul.
I don't think there's enough time for Hempfield here. About 1.4 seconds within 4 points, but
they would need a miracle here.
They would need a lot to happen here.
We got to take a quick 3, and that's game. Hempfield unfortunately loses 36-40 in this game tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Tyler Constein.
I'm Landis Knoll.
Have a good night.